What a crowd. This is something.
Brooklyn is blue, the Bronx is blue, and he's got nowhere to go. And so he's decided to come to the South Bronx. He's broke.
AOC says if you're not a Democrat, you don't belong here in the Bronx. Right. What do you say?
I don't think she should be here in the Bronx.
Look, AOC, look at the tremendous support for Mr. Donald J. Trump.
You need to tell her then she need to stay out the Bronx.
What has AOC done for the Bronx?
She's done nothing for the Bronx. Nothing. Nothing's changed. Nothing's gotten any better.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Let her come to the Bronx and let her come among us people that struggle. She doesn't even know what struggle is.
Oh man, wait till you see the video footage. A Trump rally in the Bronx yesterday, and they're saying that it was huge. And Trump is saying he is going to flip New York red in the upcoming elections. Let me know if you think he's going to do it. Now, in addition to that, AOC is actually a representative for that area, and they're saying that she was actually jealous of the crowds that he brought in. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you the video footage, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And yes, it is an election year, and let me know, who are you going for in 2024? Are you going for Trump? It looks like the Bronx might be. Or are you going for Biden? But it looks like the people of the Bronx in New York have said they've had enough as the rally has erupted. I'm going to share with you the video footage. Now, in addition to that, stick around to the end, because if you didn't hear, there's a whole lot going on right now with the border crisis and migrants crossing over into the U.S. We actually have migrants crossing illegally, warning us of the migrants that are crossing with them, saying the United States should be worried at this time. Stick around to the end for some more updates on that. But let's go ahead and get you caught up on the latest. And before we dive in, do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, hit that like button, subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Join the newsletter, steveramnews.com, linked in the description below. And let's take a look at the video footage so you can see it for yourself.
Thank you, everybody. What a crowd. This is something. You know, we wanted to keep it small because who knew? This is like a love fest. Love fest. It's a love fest. We love you. Thank you, darling.
Here's the native New Yorker feeling right at home.
I was sort of like a hot guy. I was hot as a pistol. I think I was hotter than I am now, and I became president. The costs have gone up so much. Bacon has gone. I don't eat bacon anymore. It's too expensive. When he's finished with his speech, he can never find the stairs. He can never find the stairs. And when he does, it's not a pretty picture either. Thank goodness for Secret Service. They come up and they guide him off. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by the fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and soon as she arrived, she found the pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. But instead of saying, "Thank you, ma'am," the snake gave her a vicious bite.
This morning, supporters waited in line in the rain to hear the former president, a borough that voted 90% for Biden in 2020, which today became a bit more red. After 4 years, you could feel the buyer's remorse. Johnny was there as our witness.
Why are you here today?
To support Donald Trump. I am here for Trump.
To support Donald Trump. To put America first.
What do you like about Donald Trump?
Everything. He's from Queens, and he speaks our language.
I like Trump because he keep it real. He don't got no filter. He's for the people.
He speaks money, and this is what the country needs. We need money, not inflation. We need money.
Everything was under control. We had low inflation. We had gas under $1.80.
What issues are people in the Bronx facing?
Economic stress. They're facing an illegal invasion.
In the Bronx right now, it's definitely crime.
Prices is extreme.
We care about the housing. We care about the crime.
How has Joe Biden addressed those issues?
He hasn't.
He hasn't addressed them. He wants to make them worse.
Nothing. He's just been talking a lot.
The Biden name in the Bronx sounds like mass incarceration.
What has Joe Biden done for the minority community?
He's done nothing but say, "You ain't black."
Incarcerated us. Not a thing.
Absolutely nothing.
I really could not tell you what he's done.
Joe Biden says if you don't support him, you ain't black. Are you black?
Hey, Joe, guess what?
Oh, I'm absolutely black, and I support Trump.
I don't know why he would say that. He's not even black.
I guess I said I ain't black because I'm not
for him.
Trump is more black than him. Trump is black as I am. You heard?
Love was in the air. Donald Trump speaking for over an hour, addressing the economy, the border, foreign policy, and, of course, Joe Biden.
Our subways are squalid and unsafe. The ceiling tiles are falling down, and they look worse than a third world country. The medians of our highways are crumbling. Our sidewalks are littered with garbage, bottles, and trash. Biden is not getting the job done for the Bronx. The minute crooked Joe Biden shuffles out the door, I will rapidly rebuild the greatest economy in the history of the world. Look, we had the greatest economy in history. In Brooklyn, American students at James Madison High School were recently told they had to stay at home from school so their classrooms could be turned into housing for thousands of migrants. Very simply, Joe Biden puts illegal aliens first. I put America first. I put America first.
Not everybody was happy that Trump was on their turf. Reverend Al Sharpton, happy DEI Thursday, by the way, was ready for a street fight.
Donald Trump is a street fighter. You do not come into the ring with him with gloves, looking for a referee to stop every 3 minutes rest. No, this is a street fight. You come in with a broke bottle and an ash can because it's going to be that kind of battle.
Fighting dirty. Democrats don't know any other way. Forget about winning hearts and minds. They'd rather throw you in jail and call you racist. Here's Joe Biden's new ad. Watch.
Of course I hate these people.
Donald Trump disrespecting black folk is nothing new. He was sued for refusing to rent his apartments to black families and called for the execution of 5 innocent black and brown teenagers.
And it's more than anger, it's hatred.
It's why Trump stood with violent white supremacists, warned of a bloodbath if he loses the next election, and if he's president again, vowed to be a dictator who wants revenge on his enemies. Now, who do you think that is?
Donald Trump's been running his mouth his whole life, nonstop. And they can't find a single thing he said that's racist. They have to go back to the 80s to find Central Park 5. Here's Trump in the 80s, by the way. Black America wanted to be Trump before Black America had even heard the name Joe Biden. Politics has always been personal. Personality's persuasive. But nothing persuades like results. Traditional Democrat constituencies, young black, Hispanic voters, are not better off than they were 4 years ago and are coming around to a man who represents a movement they were told not to trust. But every bone in their body tells them that they can't trust the party bosses. Sick of their corny commands and broken promises, people in the Bronx and all over America are beginning to think for themselves, independently, outside of a system that's trapped and scolded them for opening their mouths and eyes. AOC's brain can't even grasp anything other than left-right. Watch her stammer and lie. Humiliated, Trump gets bigger crowds in her borough than she does.
New York City's blue. Brooklyn is blue, Queens is blue, the Bronx is blue, and he's got nowhere to go. And so he's decided to come to the South Bronx. He's broke. He needs to pay these legal funds and, bussing people in order to get those donations so that he can funnel them to his legal fees is kind of his business right now.
Trump doesn't have to be in court for a week. He doesn't have to be in the Bronx. He wants to. Trump's not going to the Bronx because he's broke. He's going to the Bronx because the Bronx is broke, thanks to Bidenomics and AOC. Johnny's been there since 2. Hasn't seen a single bus pull up.
Where are you from?
The Bronx, actually.
I'm originally from the Bronx and from New York.
I'm from the Bronx.
Right here in the Bronx, New York. This is home, right here.
AOC says if you're not a Democrat, you don't belong here in the Bronx.
Right.
What do you say?
I disagree with that.
I don't think she should be here in the Bronx. I actually don't know any Democrats living in the Bronx.
Look, AOC, look at the tremendous support for Mr. Donald J. Trump.
You need to tell her then she need to stay out the Bronx because look at all the people around. Everybody's here for Trump.
I am a Democrat, and I belong here.
And who are you voting for?
Donald J. Trump.
What has AOC done for the Bronx?
She's done nothing for the Bronx. Nothing. Nothing's changed. Nothing's gotten any better.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Let her come to the Bronx and let her come among us people that struggle. She doesn't even know what struggle is.
All these people want is to be heard. And when you realize that, you understand how easy a politician's job is. even easier than mine. You listen to the voters and you deliver the goods. That's it. You don't ignore them and deliver for yourself. AI would do a better job in Washington than Democrats. The Bronx has never felt more abandoned.
We have so many Americans doing so bad in this country because we have people in this country believe that they have the right to strip us of our humanity, strip us of everything that we own, strip us of our rights to raise our children the way we want to raise our children. We have to stand up against them. It's not about just supporting Trump, it's supporting your rights. It's supporting this country's rights. It's supporting our children. All of you people at home that's scared to come out and say you support Donald Trump, we get you. We understand. You might lose your job. You might lose, but vote for him anyway. If you continue to support the Democratic Party, which is anti-black, you're a damn fool.
The forgotten men and women of this country, the normies, and blue-collar Democrats who've been slighted for decades are all joining together as a part of a growing movement from the ground up. The movement reaches from the heartland to the street corner. It's everywhere. And the Bronx is just the beginning. Trump's campaigning on Biden's side of the field now. Look for more rallies in swing state blue cities like Philly, Milwaukee, Detroit, Atlanta, Las Vegas. We're fundamentally altering the American political coalition.
So let me know your thoughts. Is AOC jealous of the crowds that Trump pulled in the Bronx? Is former President Donald Trump going to win the elections over Joe Biden? And is he going to do so by taking New York along with him in a victory? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, in addition to that, one of the things that we had heard that Trump was going to be doing is having the largest deportation ever of illegal immigrants that have crossed into the United States during the Biden administration. And we're hearing that he is going to ship them out because there's no way to vet who's coming in the way that we currently have our border situation. We've seen Texas close off, but now they're coming through California and Arizona. And we actually have had in the last 48 hours migrants entering the United States illegally, warning the American people that the people they're seeing coming in with them, we should be worried. Now, to see the latest on that, be sure to check out this video right here next as I cover it in detail for you. And as more comes out, I'll be sure to keep you up to date. But you guys, that is the latest. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.